What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is probably going to be the last iPhone SE 2 video that I do, unless you guys want to see more, but honestly, it's up in the air. I mean, Apple may release it, Apple may not. In my opinion, I think they are, but recently there was a report that kind of, I don't know, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but this one kind of made me thinking about the iPhone SE 2, and it actually revolves around the iOS 13 update that's going to be coming next month. Now, here's the thing, okay, this new report, shout out to 9to5Mac, they were the one who actually, I guess, broke it in a way, but there was this rumor going around that some specific devices are going to be unsupported with iOS 13. So the two ones would be the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5s, and in my opinion, that's 100% accurate. I feel like those two phones are kind of worth their while to be discontinued now. If they get iOS 13, obviously the 5S is going to be discontinued, but some people think the iPhone 6 is going to be, and like I said, it was a good phone for the time, but nowadays it's super slow. iOS 13 is supposed to be a pretty big update, and I don't think it's going to be able to support it. However, there was one device on that list that made people question what the heck is going on, and that one device is the iPhone SE, the original one. And some people are reporting that because of the size, it's going to be discontinued with iOS, so it's not going to get iOS 13. And I kind of made some statements about why that wouldn't be the case. In my opinion, I think it is going to be supported, because for the most part, the phone is still a very good performing phone. There's really nothing wrong with it. It can handle its own, and in reality, I think it's a very, very good performing device at the end of the day. But here's the thing, and here's the main problem that people I guess are just running into, is that the size of the iPhone is just a little bit too small for basically what Apple wants for iOS 13 device. And in my opinion, I mean, that's really the only thing that makes me think that the iPhone SE might not get iOS 13, is because the size of the screen. Now, because the iPhone 5s is not being supported, that means Apple is going to port over all those iOS 13 features and all those things, all those updates, to one specific screen size, which would be the 4-inch screen for the iPhone SE, and that seems like a lot of work, and that's really the only thing they have going for the specific iPhone SE rumor of it not getting iOS 13. Now, here's the role and here's the thing where the iPhone SE 2 comes in, okay? And it makes me think that Apple could potentially release an iPhone SE 2 that is actually the same screen size as the iPhone 6, but it's in that bezel-less format. So here's the thing, based off what I've heard and based off these rumors, these are not what I'm saying, but if Apple were to release a phone with a notch that is the same size as the iPhone SE, that screen size would technically be around 4.7 inches. Again, I've done no mathematical things at all, that's just what I've heard. So it'd be somewhere between the 4.7 to 4.8 inch route, which is the same screen size as the iPhone 6s, 7, and 8. So that would make way more sense for me to believe that Apple would potentially release an iPhone SE 2 with the bezel-less screen that would technically be the same screen size as the 6, 7, and 8. That way Apple wouldn't have to create new software and push specific features to a smaller screen size. The iPhone SE 2 would have the same exact screen size as the iPhone 7, 8, and 6s, but it would just be a little bit different because it'd be more slimmer, and it would obviously have a notch as well, but the same screen size is there. It would be pretty much the same exact thing, and that is one huge reason why I think Apple could potentially release an iPhone SE 2, and it mostly has to all stem around this iOS 13 update and this iOS 13 rumor. I honestly do believe at the end of the day, the iPhone SE, the original one, is going to be supported with iOS 13. I honestly see no reason why it wouldn't, besides the screen size issues, but if that is the issue, if that is true, I don't see Apple, completely disbanding the budget-friendly side of things, the smaller screen size phones, because that's another market people haven't tapped into. The Pixel 3a is a cheap phone, but it's not a small phone. If Apple can make another small phone, they would make so much money from it, and I honestly don't know what they're waiting for. If they don't release it this year, there's always next year, but hopefully they will release it at some point. And that's kind of a quick little update. Again, nothing like set in stone. This phone, could be released, it could not be, but based off these rumors, based off everything, these are some assumptions that I can make. So I guess at the end of the day, like I always say, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens, but that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that don't mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.